My name is Jamal, and my story begins with the sound of my mother's violin. She was my hero, my best friend, and my teacher. Every night, as the sun dipped below the horizon, she would play by the window, her melodies filling the room with warmth and magic. I would sit beside her, my tiny hands clapping in awe, dreaming of the day I could make music like her. But one day, that dream turned into a memory. I was only 7 when Mom left us. It was a traffic accident, a cruel, senseless twist of fate. I remember the police officer's voice, low and apologetic, as he told my father. I didn't fully understand then, but when Dad hugged me tightly and started crying, I realized she wasn't coming back. The house felt empty after that. Her laughter was gone, but her violin remained, sitting silently in the corner. At first, I couldn't bear to look at it. It was a painful reminder of what I had lost. But one night, as the silence of the house weighed heavy, I found myself reaching for it. The violin was too big for me, but I held it anyway. I placed it under my chin, just like she used to, and pulled the bow across the strings. The sound was scratchy and uneven, but in that moment, I felt close to her again. I spent every day after that teaching myself to play, using her old music books and videos I found online. It was hard, and there were times I wanted to give up, but I could almost hear her voice in my head, encouraging me to keep going. 2 years later, when I turned 9, I heard about America's Got Talent. My school friends joked about auditioning, but something inside me stirred. What if I tried? What if I played for Mom on a stage big enough for the whole world to hear? Dad was hesitant at first. "It's a big dream, Jamal," he said, his eyes filled with worry. But I could see a flicker of pride too. After weeks of practicing day and night, I convinced him to let me audition. The day of the audition was terrifying. I stood backstage, clutching Mom's violin, my heart pounding so loud I thought everyone could hear it. When my name was called, I walked onto the stage, blinded by the bright lights and the curious stares of the judges. "What's your name?" one of them asked. "Jamal," I replied, my voice trembling. "And how old are you?" "I'm 9, I said. "I'm here to play the violin. It's my mom's violin. She taught me everything I know, but she passed away. I'm playing for her today." There was a hush in the room, a silence so deep it felt like the world was holding its breath. Then I began to play. I started with a piece Mom loved, a soft, haunting melody that felt like a conversation between us. As I played, I forgot about the judges, the audience, and the cameras. It was just me and her, the music weaving memories and emotions into the air. When I finished, there was a moment of stillness, and then the room erupted into applause. One of the judges wiped away a tear and said, "Jamal, that was extraordinary. Your mom would be so proud. I didn't win the competition, but it didn't matter. That performance changed my life." People in my town started noticing me, and soon I was invited to perform at local events. By the time I turned 13, I was known as one of the best violin players in the area. Now, at 16, I perform not just for Mom, but for everyone who needs to feel something deeper than words. Her violin, with its scratches and worn edges, is still my most treasured possession. Every time I play, I feel her beside me, smiling, her hand gently guiding mine. And whenever I hear someone say, "That's Jamal, the violinist," I whisper a quiet thank you to her. Because my music is her legacy, and every note I play is a reminder that love never truly fades. It lives on in the melodies of our hearts.